My name is Luke Austin Feast, and I'm gonna save the Commonwealth.
This is my settlement at Concord. Usually can't build at Concord, but I have a mod that lets you do that. I haven't built much at Concord yet, and not much in the settlement is ready. This is Red Rocket Truck Stop. I added shops kind of underneath the gas station part of it, and outside I added some more defenses in residential areas. This is the sanctuary. This is where I'm going to add some shops in the roundabout area, but I'm also on the outer area going to add some residential areas. This is where I'm adding my crops, and then the power source is right there. This is 10 Pines Bluff. That's a home for people. That's some defense. And this is another home for people I kind of spiced up. It was broken, but I fixed it up. And that's crops right there. The Minutemen are beginning to expand down the map slowly but surely. It was time for me to head to Oberland Station. I needed to help them because Preston told me about a problem they were having. On the way there, I ran into a Mongol dog. But I managed to kill it. We got to Oberland Station.
What's going on?
There's a group of raiders that won't leave us alone, stealing our food and supplies, threatening us if we can't give them what they want.
Don't worry. I'll take care of those raiders for you.
I hope so. We didn't know what to do.
So with the settlement building mod, I realized it kind of comes with a sleeping bag wherever you want kind of thing. I kind of like that, but it's a little cheap, but it's not like you can sleep all the time. You can get extra tired if you lay in it. I worked my way through super mutants to get to Oberland Station's raider problems. And we had to fight our way through the raiders. I also found a missile launcher, which I knew would come in handy later. I worked on killing the raiders. And the boss raider was in that one room over there.
Fine then.
Managed to kill her. And I killed a couple other raiders in the higher floor.
I was just hostile life side. Like a little dust.
And then I opened this lockpick, and to my surprise, I found 13 missiles, which was beautiful because that would come handy later in the game. I finally got to Diamond City, and there was this lady who was yelling at the Diamond City security because she couldn't get in. Fortunately, she helped me get in the gate because I was told by Mama Murphy to come here. So we got in the gate. I met this weird mayor guy.
Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth.
He seemed a little odd.
Stop by my office later. I have an idea for an article you'd be perfect for.
The girl he was yelling at the gate was named Piper, and we did an interview together, and after the interview, we decided to travel together. Piper and I did the vault interview together about how I was trapped in the vault. She agreed to travel with me, and she gave me information about how I could find my son, Sean, through a guy named Nick Valentine. However, when I arrived, I heard he was kidnapped, so now I would have to go save him to get information.
The detective, he's gone. Missing.
Don't worry, I can help. Tell me what happened.
So what's your story? Looking to trade?
I bought some cameras off a trader so I could make a settlement recruitment beacon for Noland Outpost, which was Concord's area. I wanted to make the settlement recruitment beacon closer to the water purifier I added because then I could power up both easier. I added some beds. And now it was time to go to Starlight Dive-In to clear it out and make another settlement. I had to kill a bunch of rabid mole rats. started scraping a ton of stuff in Starlight Dive-In. I added some beds, and before I wanted to make the settlement recruitment beacon, I wanted to clear some stuff out and make it livable. Oh look, there was a landmine.
That's the Minutemen. I thought they were kind of done for.
I added a power source, a water purifier, and a water pump. I powered up the water purifier. I did add the recruitment beacon and powered it up. And then I added defenses, some guard posts, and a heavy machine gun turret. I added more houses for more beds because more people were going to start coming in. And then I added a supply line so I could use more things from Sanctuary to build. And Starlight Dive-In is looking pretty good. I also added a supply line at Concord Noland Outpost, which I made, and added more crops.
I think it's time to retake the castle. It used to be the Minutemen HQ. Well fortified, it has a powerful radio transmitter we can use to broadcast to the whole Commonwealth.
I cleared out that spot you sent me to and set up a radio beacon there.
That's great news.
Preston Garvey told me about a castle we could retake. It was surrounded by a bunch of Mirelurks and apparently was attacked by some creature. They were never able to reclaim the castle, but today he asked me if we should reclaim it.
Do you think we're ready to retake the castle?
Yeah, let's do this.
We'll do some recon and meet you outside the castle. See you there.
Now we had to travel halfway across the map to get to the castle. It has an awesome radio beacon we can use to hear about other settlements that might need help. I made it to Oberland Station, and yes, I already did the mission where I had to help Oberland Station. As I started working my way towards the castle, I realized at this moment, I was fucked. I made it to Diamond City, but I already found out information about how to find my son, which is another whole thing that happened. We have to rescue Nick Valentine, who is kidnapped right now, but we'll do that later. Right now we have to focus on retaking the castle. I kept shooting my way through these Mongol dogs around Diamond City junkyard. This one kept killing me. And then I used a rocket launcher and was able to kill it. I had the rocket launcher because I'm gonna need it for retaking the castle.
Everyone's here, General. Pretty impressive, huh? Its real name is Fort Independence, but the Minutemen always just called it the castle. Now you can see why I wanted to take it back.
Preston and I were deciding a plan of attack for the castle to clear it out.
Set up a firing line, and I'll draw them out.
It was time to kill the Mirelurks guarding the castle. Look at that, I almost died. I was able to get my health up after I almost died. I had to shoot him from a distance because my health was really low. I started throwing grenades at some of them from the distance, and that helped a ton. And we were able to finally clear out the castle. I threw some landmines down because this is where the Mirelurk Queen comes. She's like the boss. So I threw some landmines down. And that's her right there. I was trying to kill her. I kept dying. At first I kept dying. And I realized if I shoot at her from the inside of the castle, I'm able to be a lot more protected. So here I am, inside the castle wall, shooting at the Mirelurk Queen.
It's over with, shall we?
I was running out of VATS. I wasn't able to completely use VATS to aim that well, but I was able to make a good aims and actually make good damage to the Mirelurk Queen. Piper got injured, so I wasn't able to heal her because she was right in front of the boss. But I kept shooting at the Mirelurk Queen. The health of her was going down. I gave another shot at it. The health was almost depleted. And then this is where it got crazy. I shot at the Mirelurk Queen. Its health went all the way down. My health was about to go all the way down. I chugged a Nuka-Cola Quantum to hopefully get my health up, and right when I leveled up, my health went all the way up, and I was able to survive just because I leveled up. And we survived, and we killed the Mirelurk Queen on survival. No, I wasn't using normal survival mod. This was actually survival. I am so glad I was able to survive.
All right, good work, people. But we aren't done yet. The General and I are gonna have a look at the radio to see what shape it's in.
I took 2 giant generators and was able to power up the generator and the radio.
Wow, we really did it. I've been watching the Minutemen fall to pieces for so long, Now we've got to pay off on what we've started. Bring the whole Commonwealth together and make it last this time. So, back to business.
I didn't like where I set the generators. I wanted to make them more sophisticated, so I put them on a plank and added 2 more generators because I needed more power to power up some things inside the castle. I also added some heavy machine gun turrets. We're gonna need a lot of defense for the castle because there's gonna be a lot of people trying to invade now that we have the Minutemen back.
Just wanted to trade a few things.
I got a melon off this guy and was able to start harvesting a little bit of food. I made a supply line so I was able to get concrete and start adding concrete around the edges of the castle, which was broken. I kept adding kind of like nice concrete looking thing, just a barrier so it'd be more protected. I added on the other side too. I also started adding a fenced out area for the crops. And now it was looking pretty good. I felt like the castle was a little bit plain and I wanted a little more decoration to the castle and more shops and things to do. I added a little more heavy machine gun turrets just to make it a little more protected, and a water pump so I could fill up water. And then I added pathways around the area. I realized I could level up with the shop perk, so I added some shops around the area, a general store and a weapon shop, and added pathways to get there. And then I started adding some beds, because we were going to need a lot more beds. And now I feel like the castle is coming along a lot better. There's nice areas for everyone to hang out, and it's pretty well defended. But I know people will attack, and if my time in the Commonwealth taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.